Hello and welcome. This is Ken Heaston on air in the evening news, and it's great to be with you this evening. Have a great broadcast tonight. We're going to be reviewing an article by a friend of mine, and his article is entitled Simple Three Step Ad Strategy. And so this has a lot to do with things we've been studying already. We're just going to take it a little bit from a different viewpoint, and these are the three steps that we'll be covering and reviewing from this website. Create an ad on Facebook. Drive the ad to a page on your blog that has some great content that provides some amazing value. Hit a pain point, provide a solution, and have a strong call to action. Okay, so that's the three steps we'll be covering. And so let's go right on over there now and we will review this website. All right, so this is an associate of mine, Scott Lindstrom, and he's put up a really good blog post here. Has a lot of great information in it. It's just a little bit hard to get your head around. It's kind of a little bit confusing in a way, but the content is good. So what I thought I'd do is work our way through this article and bring out the important points and clarify what Scott is trying to tell us about this simple three-step strategy that he uses. So he says Facebook and your blog is extremely important, the connection between the two, because Facebook, you're talking about an audience of 1.4 billion and climbing every day. Now, we know we don't go out to that whole audience, but what he's saying is, this is a huge audience and it's growing every day. All right. It talks about perfect targeting, which is very important. Get out to the right people with your blog post and your ad. And so it's simple three-step ad strategy. And so he goes over give people valuable content. Now this is the place to start. And earlier this week we reviewed Mark Harbert's blog post and his little funnel that he just does over and over again and does so well with that. He gives these audience some really great content, and he makes a lot of money doing it. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Um, and you want your readers to go away learning something new. Okay, that's really important. And at the end of your blog post, you provide a solution and a call to action to that solution. The content has to be relative to the pain. All right, what is it that your prospects want? And the call to action has to have a solution to the pain. Okay, so good concepts he's going over there. Um, he talks about that the content of your blog is what it's all about. It really is. Like the one we reviewed of Mark Harbert, there was a lot of content there, but it was really good, solid content. And a lot of people don't like to read a long article anyway, so just get to the point. With your content. All right, so. He just jumps right into it here. So what we're going to do is kind of unravel this a little bit. Um, he says number one, this is the steps that he uses. You want to create a conversion tracking pixel. This is the key if you're going to track, and he's right. You really do need to track what's going on with your ad. That's the only way you know if an ad is working or not. So he tells how to do it here, and I'll review it and then I'll show you. Go to the audience insights and create a pixel with a tracking code, and after you've generated the code, insert the code of your post and verify it to be sure it's working, and then you're going to go create an ad to increase conversions to your website, and you're going to put the URL of your blog in there, and you select an audience and on like that. We will review all this in just a second here. I'll show you exactly how you're going to do this. Um, and then, he just says, okay, this is my simple three-step strategy. Problem is, even though Scott put up some good content here, if you go read this article and you don't already know what he's talking about, it's just really confusing. So I'm going to take the confusion out of it tonight. So let's take step one here. You want to create a conversion tracking pixel. Now the reason you want to do this is because when you run a Facebook ad, um, every time somebody responds to that, it's going to fire a conversion pixel, and Facebook then will keep track in there so you know what your metrics are. You know how well the ad's really working. So let's just start with that. Okay, we're going to go to Facebook, and I am going to go to my ads manager. Okay, and I'm going to go to conversion tracking right over here on the left side. Okay, and now what I want to do is I am going to create a pixel. Okay, and you can name this pixel. Checkouts, that would be like, say, if you're selling a product, and then on the page where they actually check out, you put the pixel on that page, and so Facebook will see, uh, they traffic came from a specific ad, and the pixel fired over in checkouts means there was a sale. Registrations, leads, okay, key page views, adds to cart. So there's several different kinds of pixels that you can use. Let's just pick leads, okay, and then all you have to do is name it, and let's call it. We're going to use the Ugly Pie Cafe blog again, so let's just call it the Ugly Pie Cafe. Um, and the blog post would be a good idea on there. So let's just see what kind of a blog post we might use. Um, we're just going to post up this for an example. So let's call it Al Gore. Okay, so we kind of know so what it is. Al Gore. All right, so we'll create the pixel. All right, and now what it does, it brings up this pixel code. So let's click it and copy it. And now, just to keep track of it, let's just paste it into a notepad so we don't lose it. Okay. So now we have there our conversion pixel. So now what we're going to do is what we want to do is when we run this ad, we want to see. We want Facebook to track for us how many people actually get over there to the page. Okay, so let's just go make this post. This could be a post on your blog. It can be any post that you want, and let's just leave it just like it is, and uh, we don't have to really do much since we're just playing around here. We'll leave the post just like it is, and we're going to go down here, and this is a plugin. Okay, now let's just go take a look at the plugins right here. This is the installed plugins, and this is called Facebook Conversion Pixel, and it says Facebook's recommended plugin for adding Facebook conversion pixel code to WordPress sites. Okay, so the plugin's installed. Now when you install the plugin, then when you're in a post, just like this one that we're editing right now, we'll go in and edit the post, and when we go down here into the post, this form shows up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to paste that conversion pixel right here, and it's now going to be part of this page. Okay, and we're going to check the box that we want to insert Facebook conversion pixel code on this page, and now what we're going to do is publish the article. Okay, it's working hard to publish the article there. Now we ought to be able to see it. Let's go over to our blog and let's refresh the page and just see if, yeah, there it is. All right, so this is the blog post right here that we are going to promote. Okay, so that's what he's talking about, using a conversion pixel. So let's move on down in his article a little bit here. And now we've created the pixel, then we've generated the code and inserted it in the blog post, and we verify. Um, all right, and then we paste the URL of the blog and select the tracking pixel you just created. He's just real confusing the way he lays this out. I know it makes sense to him, but if you didn't know how to already do this, this would be really confusing. Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back over here now, and what he's trying to say we need to do is we need to create an ad. So let's go into campaigns and let's create an ad. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take that blog post and we're going to run an ad on Facebook to send some traffic to it. We've got the conversion pixel on there, and let's see what he says right here, just out of curiosity. Um, let's see. He's using the increase conversions on your website tab. Okay, so see right here, increase conversions on your website. Let's just do that because that's what he has promoted. So now it says enter the URL to promote. So we're going to go to this blog post, and this right here is the full URL. Okay, we're going to copy that, and we're going to go to our ad and we're going to paste it right here. Okay. All right, it pulled it in, and so now we're going to continue. All right, and the rest of what he says is just what we normally do. Um, let's run this out to United States. Now, bear in mind you can select any part of the world to run your ads to, but it's a good idea to just keep it down to one country or a location per ad so you know how it's working. Another thing he recommends in his article is to he splits up the age groups. So he might run one ad to people who are 18 to 25, okay, and then he might run a completely different ad to the same uh, website of people who are, say, 40 through 51. Okay, and split it up in that way so he's got the conversion tracking pixel on it, so now he can see what age groups respond the best. You can select men, women, or all, so you can play with this as much as you want. You can select your interests. Okay, and we've talked about that in previous videos, how important it is to select a good interest. So um, just for kicks and giggles here, let's put in Herbalife right here, Herbalife. Okay, so we're going to run this ad out to people who like Herbalife. Okay, and we can select our budget, and we can name our ad set. We'll call it Al Gore because that was our blog post, so we can kind of keep track of it there. Um, and then your images. We picked up what kind of images you would like. Um, and so you can load up your images here, um, and you can these are like images that are on my files. Like this is one that I've used recently, so I could select that one and it would upload it, and that would use that in my ad. Okay, and so I can get rid of this one, and now when I come down here it's going to show this image, and this is the image that it will use in my ad. And so now I can change the headline and the text, and he talks about choosing a button. Okay, and he recommended learn more. Okay, if you do that, um, it's going to go to this same link. Okay, it's already set up to do that, but now it's going to put this learn more button in there. So that's what he's talking about. And what happens now is when you run this ad, Facebook is going to keep track of your conversions, okay, and that way you can really see just exactly how well your ad's running. So again, create an ad on Facebook, drive ad to the page on your blog, and have a strong call to action. Now that's something, we were just messing around with this post that we put up here, but you'd want a good post like we've went over in the past, where you really have a good strong call to action in there. So that is exactly what he's talking about and how you do it. um, I appreciate very much having this opportunity to uh, show Scott Lindstrom's article, and he's a good marketer. Go over there and check him out if you want. and you might be able to learn something from his posts. But I wanted to clarify this and so you could understand. So this is Ken Heaston on air, the evening news. Been great to be with you, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.